Channel on the internet.
How you doing, mi gente? And we're back at it again, back on the water. And we're also back to Badass Hammock. And people are asking me, why haven't I been to Halover Marina? And well, if you haven't noticed, Halover Marina is still under construction. And they have very limited trailer parking. I think they have about only 20 spaces. So that's why usually Halover closes about 8 o'clock or 8:30 in the morning. And sometimes even earlier, especially if there's a holiday coming. And here's the part that where people get confused about closing. Closing means you cannot launch anymore because all the parking spaces are filled. Not that the whole marina gets closed down. But if something becomes available, then they'll open it back up to let more people launch their boat. But that usually happens towards the end of the day. And honestly, who wants to go boating around 5 o'clock in the afternoon? I guess only if you're gonna spend the night over. Or maybe do some night cruising. And here's some advantage that Medicine Hammock has. It has lots of parking and an overflow parking. And they usually let you park on the grass by the side of the road. Now, here's the big problem that Medicine Hammock has that I encountered myself is when I brung the Hydro Sport. On the way here, there's a lot of beautiful trees through the neighborhoods. But that could be very dangerous because last time I was here, I broke one of my antennas. And I seen people lose their radars too. So if you have a big boat like the Hydro, I wouldn't advise coming to Madison Hammock because you might run into a problem or a tree. And that is if your boat clearance is over 12 feet tall. But we don't have to worry about none of that because we are using the Island Hopper again. Plus the trailer is much smaller, so it's very easy to get in and out of the ramps and find a parking spot. And this is more like the daily driver, but when we're planning to spend the whole weekend in the water, then we use the Hydro Sport. And normally we do that when summertime comes around. And by the way, if you want to keep up with us on our daily activities, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Fresco Channel. You might find things here that you won't see on YouTube. Well, Olguita's gonna get a wet ride because once again, on the weekend, the wind is blowing over 25 miles an hour, picking up the splash and spraying it back onto the boat. And this reminds me of the post that I put on Instagram last week with the lady screaming at her boyfriend or husband on the boat at Halover Sandbar. And me trying to be funny, I put on the caption, he got caught watching Fresco Channel because of all the sexy ladies. But there were sexy ladies there just on the boat next door. And I think she must have caught him looking over and she didn't like that. And now I see that a big problem because how are you gonna go to Halover Sandbar in Miami and don't expect to see sexy ladies in small bikinis? That is like going to a nightclub if loud music bothers you. And that is a dilemma that some people are facing. And for that, I say might as well stay home. Or go to a secluded beach or island that nobody's at. But then you're facing another problem because that's very rare to find in Miami. So I'm gonna tell you what's going on. From all the bouncing around in the water, Olguita's bathing suit knot came loose. So we had to stop and fix it. And here's why I like to say part of the fun, it's getting there.
So we're having technical difficulties before the trip got started. So we're back on the water, and the water is another weekend. Another weekend full of wind and cold water. Now we're chilling and wailing. Who we got today here? La loca Hialeah.
It's been a long time.
Uh-oh. We're chilling.
Well, someone's in a hurry to get to the sandbar, and well, we're cruising about 35 miles an hour, and the wind is causing the chop to be 1 to 2 feet, occasional 3s. And that's bad for right here because normally in the bay it's perfectly flat, but not today. due to all the March winds. And this usually happens through all the months of March and April. So we still got one more month to go of windy weekends. And we have reached Elia Key Sam's Cut Sandbar. And like you can see, even though the day is windy, we have a few boaters having fun in the sun, and we're gonna join them. And well, here also too, you're gonna find ladies in bikinis. And I really don't know what to call it. Is it a Miami thing or a Miami tradition? Or maybe it's just a Miami fashion. And like you notice, the smaller the bikini, the better it looks. And some people are gonna wonder, how's that make any sense? If you don't understand it, but I do. Do you? But you know what we noticed when we got here? That barely anyone was in the water. And the reason why is because last night cold front came in and put the water too cold for any Miamians to go in, because right now it's 74 degrees and that is below freezing for us. Remember, we're used to 84 plus, and today we brought floodlight tubes to help us float above the freezing water. Okay, so here's the game plan. We're debating who's the brave one that's gonna go first into the freezing water. Especially right now it's high tide, so it's gonna pass the danger zone. So I'm definitely not going first. So I'm gonna try a way to trick the ladies to go into the water before me. But by the way it looks, they're feeling kind of comfortable up there sunbathing. And if you think we're the only ones sitting in our boats debating if to go in or not, well, take a look around and you'll see. There's only a few brave people that got in the water, and you can tell by their faces that they are freezing. But you know what? Forget about this waiting around. It's time to get brave and jump in and hope I don't die of frostbite. Now the challenge is gonna be is see how can I convince the girls to go in the water. I even brought the floodlight tubes so they don't have to get wet and just float on top.
Come on, chicken. Chicken, chicken. They're afraid to go in the water, chicken, chicken. Come on, chicken. Chicken, chicken, come on. Chicken, 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 come on. Come on. See? Good. Good. Dale, come on. Dale, get on here. Dale, chicken. Come on.
So like you can see, everyone's waiting around in their boats, waiting for a miracle to happen to see if the water's gonna get warm. But it is not, so you have no other choice but to get in, get wet, and freeze. But it's one of those things after 10 minutes or so, you kind of feel normal or numb, and that makes me Olguita's floating taxi driver.
Atrás.
There it is. This is what sandbar life is all about. Having fun in the sun with family and friends. And what I also like to say is Fresco style living. And for those people that love being on the water as much as I do, share this video with them. And if this is the first time visiting our channel, make sure to subscribe for more fun in the sun.
Last time I saw you, lady, we were walking other way.
And like you see, everybody's having fun in the sun and enjoying the sandbar life at El Key. And this leads to a question, comment, or criticism, however you want to put it, that I get when I post videos of a lot of people at the sandbar. And the question is, where do you people go to the bathroom? Oh my god, you're swimming on your own toilet. Well, it's a little different than what you think or expect, because here you always have movement of water because of the tides. It's always coming in or going out. You don't have stagnant water like you do when you go in the pool. So if you're one of those people that don't like the sandbar because of that, but yet you jump in the pool, think about it next time you go in. And also, what do you think pools use to purify the water? Salt. So we have plenty of that here in the water for free with nature. And honestly, me, I could go the whole day without going to the bathroom. So when I'm here, the last thing on my mind is worrying about somebody is or somebody's not. I'm just here to enjoy the sandbar life and have fun in the sun. And this leads to a problem sometimes I see or I hear people talk about. Remember, you cannot discharge your bathroom in the Bay Area. You have to be 3 miles off the coast to discharge your bathroom. Or you could just come into any marina and they usually have discharging stations. And the fee is not that expensive. Me, personally, I use Hanover Marina gas station or Bayfront Marina. They have a discharging station and it's pretty easy to use. And if I remember correctly, the last time the fee was $6. And well, no matter how long we waited, this water never really warmed up. Plus, the air didn't make it any comfortable either. So we decided to pick up and go somewhere warmer. And what that means is go where the water it's shallower near the islands, and that is normally a few degrees warmer than here at the sandbar during the winter season, because here between the wind and the moving water, especially bringing the cold water from the ocean, the water temperature is usually cooler here. And just when you think things are over, well, it's not. The best part of the day is coming.